There's a lot of people trying. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا كَانَ رَبُّكَ لِيُهْلِكَ الْقُرَى بِظُلْمٍ وَأَهْلُهَا مُصْلِحُونَ. Allah will not destroy a people for dhulm. Baydawi says it's shirk here, if amongst them are people that are trying to rectify. And there's a lot of people that try to do that. That's something that we have to recognize about this culture. But these people are frightened. They're scared of us. Just like Muslims in the Muslim world are scared of the Americans. They are. They're scared of drones. They're scared of bombs and strikes. They're scared. The Americans here, they're afraid of us. Because they have been brainwashed into thinking this is a religion of hatred, of terrorism. We have a responsibility. We have a responsibility. And unfortunately, when events like this happen, and Allahu Alam what happened, but when events like what happened in San Bernardino, where it's somebody who's been working for several years at a place, everybody knows him, even the Muslims say he didn't appear to be radical, and suddenly he goes ballistic, then people start thinking, maybe Ghulam, he seems normal, but look at that guy down there. They're afraid, and you have to recognize that. Do you know? So it's important for us to be aware of the time we're living in. I received something the other day. Somebody was at a place where Bill O'Reilly was staying. And Bill O'Reilly was having dinner. And there was a Muslim family in a table next to him. And they started having a debate, should we reach out to him? And just ask him to. And some of them said, it's a waste of time. He won't do anything. There's no benefit. And some of them said, no, we should do something. So they got a dessert and they sent it over to his table, just as a gift. And then he acknowledged them. The next day they saw him again and they decided to approach him. And one of them sat and had a long conversation with him about being a Muslim and what Islam is. After the San Bernardino incident, when he mentioned it, he mentioned this man at the table. And he said, unfortunately, this taints millions of good, law-abiding Americans. Even people that have horrible track records. If idfa' billati hi ahsan, listen to the words of Allah. Idfa' billati hi ahsan. Don't return a wrong with another wrong. That's true. جزاء سيئة سيئة مثلها ومن عفا وأصلح فأجره على الله. That's true. Allah says, you can redress wrong with justice, which He called a sayyah. It's not a sayyah, but it looks like it because it's harsh and it's intiqam. But He said, وَمَنْ عَفَى وَأَصْلَحْ فَأَجْرُهُ عَلَى اللَّهِ. Right? But people forget that. They forget all those verses in the Qur'an that tell us, and what did our Prophet do? That's his sunnah. You want to follow the sunnah of the Prophet? Reach out to your enemies. Because that's what he did. He sat with them. When his wife's mother came to Medina, she wouldn't sit with her because she was a mushrik. She wouldn't sit with her. And the verse was revealed. لا ينهاكم الله عن الذين لم يقاتلكم في الدين. Her own family was fighting. But this was a woman who was a non-combatant. She wasn't fighting you. And Allah said, she's your mother. Bring her in. Treat her with birr. This is our religion. ادفع بالتي أحسن. فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة كأنه ولي حميم. Then the one with who you have animosity towards, suddenly he's like your best friend. ولا تيأسوا من روح الله. Don't despair of the grace of Allah. Because the people that hate Islam most, according to the Prophet, أشد الناس كراهية للإسلام, become the best supporters of Islam. That's a hadith. So don't think because they hate Islam, everybody's looking at death.